Hello viewers, here is lesson 50 of English for You. Its title is Karl Marx in London. Karl Marx hat viele Jahre seines Lebens in London im Exil gelebt und hat an Ort und Stelle die Lebens- und Arbeitsbedingungen der englischen Arbeiter studiert. Anlässlich der Wiederkehr seines Todestages am 14. März haben wir die heutige Sendung Karl Marx gewidmet. Sie soll uns an sein Leben und Wirken erinnern. Let me tell you something about Karl Marx in London, viewers. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Diana.
I'm going to tell the viewers something about Karl Marx in London.
That's a good idea. Can I help you?
That's a good idea. A good idea. Eine gute Idee. Say after me, please, viewers. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Look, here's a picture of Karl Marx. He lived in London from 1849 to 1883.
He lived with his family there, didn't he?
That's right. Karl Marx and his family didn't have much money. They were poor. Say after me, please, viewers. They were poor. They were poor.
But Marx worked very hard, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He often worked in the library of the British Museum. Here's a picture of the British Museum. Marx read about 1,500 books and papers in the library of the British Museum when he wrote his book, Capital.
Oh, yes. His famous book, Capital. And Karl Marx knew many foreign languages.
Yes, he knew many foreign languages. Foreign languages, Fremdsprachen. Say after me, please, viewers. Foreign languages. Karl Marx knew many foreign languages. He was a German, but he could also speak English. What other languages did he know?
He knew French, Spanish, Russian, and some other languages.
Yes, he knew French, Spanish, Russian, and other foreign languages. People can read his ideas in many languages. In French, Spanish, Russian, and in other languages.
Diana, I must go and see Peggy now. We want to go to Hampstead Heath this afternoon.
Oh, all right, Tom. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tom and Peggy are going to Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath ist ein großes Parkgebiet in Nord-London. Es ist ein beliebter Ausflugsort vieler Londoner. Say after me, please, viewers. Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath. In our film, Peggy works for the paper, The Morning Star. Say after me, please, viewers. The Morning Star. The Morning Star is the paper of the British Communists. The Morning Star is the paper of the British Communists. But now, let's see our film.
Tom, I think it was a good idea to come to Hampstead Heath today. It's beautiful here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's why many people come here over the weekend. And we can spend a nice Saturday afternoon here too. We'll see a lot of people, and you can take some photos. Let's sit down. And in the evening, we could go and see a film.
That would be very nice, Tom, but I'm sorry, we can't. I must go home this evening. I've got to work.
What? You've got to work? On a Saturday? Now, come on, Peggy. What's the matter?
Look, Tom, you know I'm working for the Morning Star. I've got to write something about Karl Marx in London for Monday, and it isn't easy.
But, Peggy, why didn't you tell me before? I can help you. I know a lot about Karl Marx.
I know a lot about Karl Marx too, but I don't know London very well. You know I haven't been here very long. I came from Coventry only 5 weeks ago. That's why I must read some books about Karl Marx in London. He spent many years of his life here, didn't he?
Yes. Marx was 31 years old when he came to London in 1849.
In 1849? Wait a minute. Hadn't he been here before 1849?
Yes, that's right. He'd been in London in 1845 and 1847, before he came to live here in 1849.
And Marx came with his family?
First, he came by himself, then with his wife and his 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. The Marx family were very poor.
Yes, I know. I read about that. Marx often couldn't pay his rent, so the family were always looking for another flat.
You can still find some houses in London today where Marx lived about 100 years ago. In Dean Street, Leicester Street, Grafter Terrace.
That's right. Life wasn't easy for Marx in London. There were times when the Marx family didn't have anything to eat, but their friend Friedrich Engels helped them. You know that Marx worked very hard.
Before he wrote his famous book, Capital, Marx went to the British Museum every day. He worked in the library from 9 in the morning till 7 in the evening. Marx read about 1,500 books and papers before he wrote Capital.
And he had to read many of those books and papers in foreign languages.
Yes, but that wasn't difficult for Marx. He knew many foreign languages. He didn't only know German and English, he also knew French and Spanish and some other languages.
And didn't he learn Russian too, when he was in London?
That's right. He learnt Russian in a very short time. But Karl Marx didn't only work. He also found time to play with his children. Do you know what the Marx family often did on Sunday afternoons?
No, I don't.
They often came here, to Hampstead Heath.
Here? To Hampstead Heath? So Marx was here in Hampstead Heath 100 years ago, where we are now.
Yes, Marx was here. He came with his family. And his friend, Friedrich Engels, often came with them.
Yes, I know. Friedrich Engels often came from Manchester to London.
Well, Peggy, what about tomorrow? I've got some time. We can meet again, and I'll tell you some other interesting things about Karl Marx in London.
Yes, that's a good idea, a very good idea. But let's meet in the morning so that I can begin to write in the afternoon.
But now let's have a look at a sentence from our film, viewers. Marx had lived in Germany before he came to England. Marx hatte in Deutschland gelebt, bevor nach England kam. Marx had lived in Germany before he came to England. Dieser Satz steht im Plusquamperfekt. Englisch Past Perfect. Das Past Perfect wird gebildet mit had und dem Perfektpartizip. Marx had read 1,500 books before he wrote Capital. How many books had he read before he wrote Capital? Marx had read 1,500 books before he wrote Capital. But now let's learn something else about Karl Marx, viewers. Tom wants to show Peggy some other interesting things about Karl Marx. He wants to show her the Marx Memorial Library. Look, viewers, here's a picture of the Marx Memorial Library. The Marx Memorial Library ist eine Bibliothek zur Erinnerung an Karl Marx. Say after me, please, viewers. The Marx Memorial Library. The Marx Memorial Library. British socialists had meetings in this house. British socialists had meetings in this house. In 1902 and 1903, Lenin and other Russian socialists printed the paper Iskra here. 1902 und 1903 druckten Lenin und andere russische Sozialisten die Zeitung Iskra hier. In 1902 and 1903, Lenin and other Russian socialists printed the paper Iskra here. Now, viewers, look at this picture. Here we are at Highgate Cemetery, auf dem Highgate Friedhof. Say after me, please, viewers. Highgate Cemetery. Highgate Cemetery. The grave of Karl Marx is in Highgate Cemetery. The grave of Karl Marx. The grave of Karl Marx. Thousands of workers look after the grave of Karl Marx. They put flowers on it on March the 14th, the day he died in 1883. Look, viewers, this is London. Here is the Thames, and here is Hampstead Heath. Here is the British Museum, where Karl Marx worked on his book Capital. Here is the Marx Memorial Library, where Lenin and other Russian socialists printed the paper Iskra. Here is Highgate Cemetery and the grave of Karl Marx. But now, viewers, let's go to the Marx Memorial Library with Peggy and Tom.